Ever taken the tube late at night and felt someone watching you? What if that someone wasn't alive? Ellie boarded the 11:48 p.m. train alone. She wasn't alone for long. And the woman in red? She never blinked. Not once. Some ghost stories are just stories. Others ride the Central Line. Thursday, 11:45 p.m. Liverpool Street Station. The platform was nearly empty. Ellie Carter adjusted her scarf and rubbed her arms against the chill. She'd stayed late at uni revising, missed her regular train, and now, the last Central Line train to Epping was all she had. The 11:48 arrived screeching. The doors opened with a clang, revealing a mostly empty carriage. She stepped in, sighing with relief. Only two other passengers. She sat near the middle, across from a woman in a red sari, seated stiffly by the opposite window. Strange outfit, Ellie thought. Not because of the sari, but because it looked old. Victorian red, almost ceremonial. The woman's skin was chalk white, lips blood red, eyes wide and glassy. And she was staring right at Ellie. At first, Ellie looked away, polite British awkwardness kicking in. But minutes passed. Still staring, unblinking, expressionless. Ellie fidgeted, then glanced back. The woman hadn't moved. Not even a blink. Was she sleepwalking? On something? A strange scent filled the air like wilting roses and old perfume. Ellie tried not to look, pulled out her phone to scroll. No signal. No Wi-Fi. A soft clunk. Ellie looked up. The other passenger, an older man near the end of the carriage, was gone. She hadn't seen him leave. It was just the two of them now. The woman's head tilted slightly, like a doll losing balance. That's when Ellie noticed she wasn't breathing. At all. A chill climbed Ellie's spine. Sorry. Are you all right? She called gently. No answer. The lights flickered. And suddenly, the woman was sitting 3 seats closer. Ellie froze. No footsteps. No sound. The woman just sat there closer, now smiling softly. It wasn't a kind smile. It was the kind of smile someone makes when they know your name before you've told them. Ellie bolted to the intercom, slamming the emergency button. No response. The carriage jolted. Lights flickered again, and the woman stood. Her head snapped sideways too fast. Her knees cracked as she began to move forward. Slow and steady. That's when a hand grabbed Ellie from behind. Come with me if you want to live, said a man's voice, calm, clipped, northern accent. She turned. A tall man in a high-vis jacket, maybe mid-30s. Daniel Reed. He pulled her toward the end of the carriage. Who are you? Ellie gasped. Name's Dan. I used to work the underground. I know what that thing is. That thing? What do you mean? She's following me. Because she's chosen you. Now run. They slammed through the adjoining door, entering the next carriage. Behind them, the woman moved her spine, arching unnaturally, crawling now, her fingers clicking on the floor like insect legs. Daniel led Ellie to the driver's cab. It was empty. No driver? Not since the 70s, Dan muttered grimly. What? This line's cursed. That woman's been seen before, always on the late Central Line. They say she died on this track. Jump door was pushed wearing that same red dress. So she's a ghost? Worse, she's a memory that feeds. Feeds? On fear. On the forgotten. She latches onto those who sit alone, vulnerable. Like you tonight. A distorted giggle echoed behind them. The woman was right outside the door, smiling, upside down, peering in through the glass. She's just a memory? Ellie whispered. No, Daniel said. She becomes real the moment you look her in the eyes. I did. Then we've got one option. He opened the emergency panel, revealing a lever. We pull this, we stop the train. And then what? Then we run. The Holborn sidetrack's just ahead. Disused. She can't follow where there's light. Why not? Because the light remembers what she was. Daniel pulled the lever. The train screeched, sparks lighting the darkness. They nearly fell as the carriage jerked to a halt. Smoke. Silence. And then, a soft whisper from the shadows. Ellie. She knows my name, Ellie whispered, shaking. She always does, Daniel replied. They ran along the dark tunnel, boots splashing in puddles. The walls dripped with condensation. Somewhere far behind, the woman's heels clicked on the track. She's gaining, Ellie cried. I know. Don't stop. A soft glow appeared ahead, a maintenance light flickering weakly above an old access tunnel. They dove inside, slamming the grate shut behind them. Outside, the woman stood just beyond the circle of light, watching, not entering, couldn't. She tilted her head and slowly backed away into the dark. Gone. The morning after, Ellie was found by maintenance workers around 4 a.m., huddled in the side tunnel, barely coherent. Daniel was gone. The TFL insisted no such man was working that shift. No reports. No records, no train stoppages logged on the central line. And Ellie? She never used the tube again. But sometimes late at night, she swears she hears heels clicking behind her on empty streets. She never looks back. And the end.